I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Colby and Chip.
Super late main stage today. Sorry guys. But it's the kids' birthdays and stuff, so.
I thought you just put something else out.
A lot
We
of
didn't
things.
have anything.
Okay, so this is I Run Maiden, the Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. Everybody was telling us to do this one.
Yep.
And
Actually, I never saw that.
Cause I usually say Iron Maiden is good running music.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you should watch the Loneliness and listen to the blah. Anyway, so here it is. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to have a child. So in the next 4 to 6 weeks, big homie's on the way. We're at 33 weeks right now. Mm-hmm. Mashallah tabaraka. So we'll be off for, this one's taking leave for about 6 weeks, but never fear! We've been on a recording blitz.
A rampage of going through so many different songs.
And we're halfway there for Vacation, so
yeah, you won't even notice
you
the
won't
glitch.
feel a thing. By the way, if you're on Patreon and you're looking at those advanced releases, we're gonna have about 84 to 100 advanced releases on Patreon. I wouldn't suggest you watch all of them because...
Oh, I haven't been releasing them all.
Okay. Because then you're not going to have anything when we go on leave. So.
Yeah, I've just been putting some out.
Yeah, I think we should put about, well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Offline discussion, babe.
Yep. Okay, so the Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, Iron Maiden, let's go.
Go. Can you picture running to that?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Here's your summer track.
That is my summer track. I'm gonna have that right up, you know, that incline with the train tracks.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
I know that incline.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure on my list that it ends up right there. If I put that on song 2, I'll be by it.
That's a good idea.
I'll be there by that time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never felt lonely though when I was running. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
But I liked. I go there a lot of, especially night running.
You go to be alone.
I go to feel lonely. Yeah. Yeah.
To feel lonely?
Yeah, but I don't relate to lonely that way.
Oh, it's like
there's
a
some
family member.
Yeah, I love being lonely sometimes, especially you know, I had a lot of good God moments with the running.
Then you're not lonely if you're having a God moment.
No. So, but I love feeling that aloneness and then feeling like God's with me.
Oh, okay. I used to have
it's
God
like
moments
waiting
too when I was
until you
running.
get thirsty to drink. You know, like you got to really like push your. You know,
I'm thirsty.
You really got to feel that famish. You know.
Right.
But yeah. I love night running. I cannot wait till that's restored. Do I have an appointment for my
No, babe.
X-ray
they
yet?
fired you. Is that what they call it?
I need
They
you
didn't
to
fire you.
Well, then
They-
call the other hospital.
You missed 2 appointments.
Call the other hospital. I'm not falling for their stupidity.
I know.
Call the other hospital to set up the thingamajig.
I have a bunch of things I have to get done. I've been calling for you and making all these things. You're gonna have to make a phone call, babe.
I cannot wait. I can start doing my running again. I'll tell you what, that walking trail, running that walking trail at night is going to be crazy.
You can't see good.
All you needed to see is what's in front of you.
Sometimes when
cares?
the moon is bright, yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm gonna trip over something.
I cannot wait to do that in the summer. It's going to be so much fun. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I was gonna be banned from that trail.
Well,
Once I got pregnant, you're like, nope, no more of the trail.
yeah. I can definitely see. Oh man, I cannot wait. I'm really gonna enjoy that.
I do think that you're gonna have to go on runs by yourself because I'm not gonna be able to keep up with you. You're such an intense runner.
Yeah, when I'm running, it's a pretty crazy headspace. I love it.
What were you doing? Wasn't it like a 6-minute mile? Whatever it was, I know it was crazy, and people look at me like they don't believe me when I say it. What was your mile averaging?
Yeah, I got to the point where it's like it was like 6:13 for that 2 mile.
Yeah, but when we were at that shoe place, that's what I said, and then the guy was like, he didn't look like he believed that.
Well, that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Pretty hard to do.
I saw you going around that track. I thought you were dead at the end, but that one you did even less time.
That track was when I did the 5-minute mile.
Yeah.
That's when I wouldn't be able to sustain that over 2 miles though.
I thought I wasn't sure if you had died. It was dark, and you went so fast. I was like, what? And then you laid out. I was like, if he's dead right now.
Yeah, I don't even think I did my push-ups after that. Because I usually did the push-ups right after.
Probably not. It was wild.
Yeah.
But running is a good feeling, although I don't know if I never pushed myself or what, but I never got that runner's high. I never got to that point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then all of a sudden I kept going, and then I hit the point where I was like, yes, I'm floating. I remember like increasing with like my body, so then like all of a sudden like what I started with at first felt like I was dying, but then eventually it felt easy.
Yeah, and then you're just competing with yourself.
Yeah.
But
I never got that runner's high.
Yeah, it's a really good feeling.
Gotta run till you drop. That's what you did right there. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Gotta win. Gotta run till you drop. You won. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, I was trying to break 6 minutes. I remember I went like that was the goal. Like I'm gonna break 6 minutes, and then by the time the mile counter went off, I was like, whoa, that was pretty quick.
You were flying.
Yeah, we'd just seen Lone Survivor.
Yeah. That was the first time I tried Red Bull.
Yeah.
I was so scared, but I trusted you.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy to be scared of Red Bull, but
You ran a pretty quick mile yourself. I think you did like a 6.5 minute mile.
I did run it fast,
crazy.
but fast for me, yeah, but.
But yeah, I cannot. There's a lot of lessons in running. You know, there's a ton of lessons in running that have a lot of, you know, pushing yourself and
Not giving up.
Not giving up, and your brain, everything in your person is telling you you need to stop. But then there's something within you, soul, that says, no, I'm going to keep going. I have this goal.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a fight within yourself. And then when things get easy, you can control how difficult it is by how fast you're going to run. So it's like, oh, I can clear this mile in, you know, 7 minutes. You know.
Yep.
And then it's like, okay, well, can you clear it in 6, and then can you maintain that over hills and all the rest of it? Like, so like that incline goes up for like, I don't know how long that incline goes up, but you're already going up an incline.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super. That route is pretty challenging.
Yeah, oh yeah. For me, there's no space for any negativity.
Right. What do you mean?
I cannot think of anything negative while I'm running, or else it will wreck my run. I can't. No, it all
Really?
has to be positive.
Wow.
And I can't think, okay, stay positive, sorry. If I do stuff like that, that makes me feel frustrated, and that's no good. But like anything, like I have to leave all of my frustrations on the doorstep. And then it's just me, the pavement, my sneakers, my heart.
Yeah, see that's there. I think about all the negative stuff. I think about all the negative stuff, everything that happened.
Really?
Yeah, especially with you know, my folks who I used to go around the world and have fun with. I think about a lot of that stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I mean, no negativity.
well, it just helps me process it, because there's a lot of times I'm like, okay, I'm going to put that in the parking lot. I'm not going to deal with it right now because I don't have the time, because everybody's all in my face, you know. But then when you're running, especially
then you have the time to think.
there's something about running at night
Yeah.
when you just have that time,
Oh, I love that feeling.
and it's like, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think about a lot of things. Like some things, it's like, you know, it's happened, it's done. Nothing you can do about it now. But thinking about like, oh, if I'd have done this differently, then this would have happened, and blah blah blah. But it's not one of those things where it's like terrible. It's just a way to make peace with stuff, I guess. You know.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, I think I rarely am like living in the moment. I'm always like thinking somewhere else and figuring this and doing all of that. So running is like the one time that I give myself where I'm like, no, I'm staying in the moment.
Right. Right. And for me, like, I'm all over the place. But then when I hear that first mile counter, it's like, you've done a mile, and you know, if it says, you know, 6:30, I'm like, oh, okay, I maintain this pace. But sometimes I'm lagging behind. It's like 7:15. It's like, crap, I gotta step it up. You know, otherwise I'm gonna lose my gains. But it's a crazy discipline, because it involves your entire body and your mind, and you know, the self-dialogue where you tell yourself, push, it's almost gonna be over. Like, when you make that last incline to turn left back into, you know, those are all really difficult to do, you know, when you're.
Oh yeah.
And then there's that big hill that I'm thinking about. Like, once I really like get into the flow, and drive by Denny's, park the car, and that incline looks like it's like a mile long.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I cannot wait for that. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
I'll be like, I'll make it up, but don't wait for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It's a good feeling. But it's encouraging, because when you're done, you have the endorphins, obviously, that get released into your bloodstream, you know, that kind of make you feel great. But then you also have like the knowledge that you accomplished something, you didn't quit.
Yeah.
So that is encouraging. But I'll tell you what, when I get back from running, man, everybody knows you're the only one. Like, if you look at me, I'm not angry, but like I
Yeah.
tell the kids, I'm like, don't look at me, don't talk to me, nothing. I don't want to hug when I get back from running. I just want to come in and be able to do the push-ups, the other things that I have to do. I'm in my zone, leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah. The biggest thing for me is like not losing out on gains. So there was one time I came back and it was super cold, and I ran. And it was,
time I came?
yeah, and I started getting like preliminary frostbite, and it was freaking
It was so sad.
painful. I was like, freaking A!
We weren't together at the time. I was just your nanny, so
Yeah.
I came in, and you were like, I never saw you like that before.
Yeah, I was in a ton of pain. I was in a really.
I wanted to fix it, but there was nothing I could do.
Yeah. So I cleared that mile and got home and was like, ah. And yeah, that's when I got those gloves.
Well, I went out and got you the
It's
gloves.
after that I got
because
those
I'm
gloves.
Like, he's not gonna go get gloves. So I went out and got you some gloves, although they didn't have your size, so you
Yeah,
had
and then I got hurt like, a week after that. Anyway, where I probably got a broken something floating around somewhere down there. I'm pretty certain. Pretty
You need
certain.
an X-ray.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah.
You know what I like about the pavement when your feet hit the pavement is just that, like, for me, I mean, I don't know what it is for you, but for me, there's no judgment. Like, it's me in the road,
Right.
And there's nobody else. Like, even if you're
Right.
there with me, like, it's just like it's my challenge that I'm doing with the road, and like I can, obviously after I've gained like 30 pounds or something like that, and then with the pregnancy. So when I get done, like once Orion is born and I'm like healed up enough and I can start getting out there again, like it's gonna be that challenge. It's gonna be a big challenge. So like, but you can take it at your own pace. You don't have to do a 6.5 minute mile, or there's some people that are like, they're like 300 pounds. So somebody that goes out 300 pounds,
Right.
you're not gonna make a 6.5 minute mile.
Right.
But you have to just go on your first mile and push yourself, whether that's like running and then walking, a little bit of running, maybe just a small amount of running, whatever, and then you just time yourself, and then you do the same thing, whatever, 2 days later, and then each time you try to beat your own time. So you're racing against yourself. You don't race against your neighbor, because your neighbor doesn't, even if they look like they're about the same weight as you, they don't have the same issues. Like right now you have issues with your leg, that if somebody looked at two guys exactly your same thing and they said, okay, both of you run, although you'd probably just run and injure it further, but for the rest of the world, you gotta just use your own self as your gauge to where you need to be, and just do your best each time.
Well, for so long, a lot of it was like, there's certain courses, selection or whatever, that you got to have very high cardio. And so, like, there's a lot of emphasis on that. For a long time, it was, selection. The same thing with my brother when he came down for his thing, and he had selection coming up, so he had to get his cardio up, because that's where he was,
Right.
that's
Right.
where he was off. So I think he it was like 30 push-ups or something like that.
That's a lot to me.
Ridiculous thing like
But,
that.
for guys, I hear that's not a lot, but
Yeah, but for such a prestigious
yeah,
organization.
I hear you.
It's
Yeah.
like- but it was a compilation of that, and there was not a lot of breaks in between. That's why after I did my run, I'd be on the street doing the push-ups, so there's no break whatsoever.
There's no break. Yeah.
And you're already ventilating like crazy. So,
Yep.
because that's what it's like during, so I think they had like, it was like 1 minute between, so you could rest for a minute before you went, whereas mine, there was no rest periods whatsoever. So it was right to the thing, right to the pull-ups, right to the push-ups, right to the crunches, and then, and that still doesn't mean you're gonna get selection. So,
Gosh.
but then when I got out, when I don't have to do that, it's like now what do you compete? You're competing against yourself, So, which is actually I was able to run harder when I was doing it for myself versus, because with selection it's like, okay, if you hit certain thing, if you hit a certain thing, then you're good.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So that was your goal.
I'm looking like, okay, what's going to put me at the top of the class? Like, okay, 50 push-ups, okay. So, like, you have it in your head, and that's not the same thing as doing, like, I'm gonna do as many push-ups as I can until I hit muscle fail. You know,
Right.
if you're doing it for yourself. If you're
Right.
doing it to hit a certain goal, then you know your mind is basically caps out right there. You know, unless there's somebody like racing you, and then you go, yeah. I was really frustrated about that, like son of a bitch. Everybody kept talking like, oh yeah, you know, all the whatever. It was all good, and then like turns out the guy had been training his ass off because
Because he wanted to what? Beat you?
he wanted to beat me. It's everybody's job.
Want to do that.
It's everybody wants to do is they want to beat me.
And
It's
so
ridiculous.
he did. He beat you, huh?
Well, he beat me on the run, but I got him overall. You know, he's one of these 30 push-up people.
I see.
It's like, but you know, he was going around the entire time like he was like the king of the planet because he got the.
Well, it's a good feeling when you beat you on something. It just is, babe. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway.
King of the planet.
Anyway, that guy's a good dude though. He's squared away. Like he was. Shout out to the big homie. He definitely deserved to be there. That's for sure. I'm glad you were on the team. You know what I'm talking about? It would be no Vin and Sori. All right. Well. Yeah, I love the song. Really good song. Brought back a lot of memories. Definitely gonna be in the thingamajig for sure. What do you give it?
9?
This is a 10 for me because their guitars are so freaking inspiring. It's just really really inspiring stuff. And Maiden kind of has like a template, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Because it works all the time. It works all the freaking time. So I'm gonna enjoy this template till I die. It's a 10. I'm definitely gonna use it. It's definitely gonna be a running song for sure. I've got to create a new like running playlist now because my old running playlist has been retired. It had a bunch of rap on it.
Oh, okay.
And then it had what do you call it? Explosions in the Sky. They're the ones that did the music for Lone Survivor.
Oh, yep.
So that's staying on there. But
Okay.
and then the theme for Black Hawk Down, that's staying on there. But other than that, I'm gonna have Iron Maiden and all the other stuff. It's a 10 for me. Vin out.
3 out.
Gone.